I was in Singapore recently, and one of my relatives told me that in NUS, NTU, and other such colleges, the syllabus gets updated every year to like keep in touch with what's happening around the world, to be relevant to industry standards, and like to suit people who are going out into the workforce. On the other hand, in JEE and other such exams, PYQs from 2002, 2003, all of those are being repeated with like difference in values or whatever. Even in BITS and all many other colleges in India, the common thing about like exams is just, oh, previous year questions ka solve kar do, PYQs rat lo, and you'll be good. Okay. So on one hand, we have other places where every year something new is being added to keep up with trends and all. And in our education system, we are learning things which are 10 years ago, like 10 years old, 15 years old, and things like that. So this is not a rant, it's just a frank observation of our education system. It's going to be in like 2 or 3 parts. I'm going to go talk about what's wrong with the current education system, what's right with the current education system, and what should be included and what should be changed about the current education system. So without further ado, here we go. So firstly, what's wrong? Okay, the number one thing is that a lot of it is based on memory and rote learning. Okay, you have to memorize tables, memorize trigonometric values, memorize the periodic table, memorize so many random things which are just a Google away. Okay, why I still don't know tables after 12. Okay, if you ask me 13 times 9, I have no clue. I'll do it on the spot and I'll tell you. Okay, which is what you can do with a lot of things. Okay, if you tell me tan 45, I can do it on the spot कि tan, I know tan 0 is this, tan 90 is this, so बीच में ऐसा कुछ आएगा, whatever. Okay, so point being, there's a lot of rote learning going on. Okay, and if suppose I am not good at memorizing things but I'm good at applying that knowledge, okay, then there is sort of no way to test me in school, at least. Okay, in school it's just memorizing. Okay, what is 7 times 9, you have to like memorize or whatever. Okay, secondly, there's a lot of comparison going on. Okay, comparison, and also like the focus is mostly on marks, not on learning. Okay, this is, I think the root cause of this might be educational institutions, because they come out with rank lists, they come out with like merit list, they have incentives for toppers and stuff like that. There's also parents ka pressure ki they want their kids to do well, because the only barometer for success that you have as when your child is like a kid is his or her marks, right? He or she is not in a business to see like key performance indicators or any of that. In school, all you can measure is marks. Okay, you can't measure uh, mental development, you can't measure mental health, you can't measure cognitive, hand-eye coordination, things like that. Okay, so the only thing that they can measure is marks, so that's what they try to optimize for. Okay, which is kind of wrong, because like a lot of people dropped out of college. Okay, a lot of people would have dropped out of high school as well. Okay, because like things keep getting harder, right? So marks are not the only short way to figure out if you're good or not, and like to have a measurement of your improvement, because there are so many other things happening behind the scenes which like marks just cannot talk about. Now let's talk about what's good about the education system. Okay, I truly believe there are some good things. Okay, one is it teaches you discipline. Okay, because you have like set periods of hours. Lunch is at a particular time in school and in college, breakfast is at a particular time, you go home at a particular time, blah blah blah. Every hour there's a class or like two classes or whatever, and so that sort of sets a discipline ki you get up at the same time, you have lunch at the same time, you go home at the same time, and hopefully you sleep at the same time, and things like that. Okay, secondly is punctuality. You need to reach class by whatever time, you need to be back in class by whatever time after lunch, you need to catch the bus. I've missed so many buses, but so punctuality, discipline, and also work ethic. Okay, because like if there's something new being taught every day in like 5 different subjects, you will have to study a bit each day, at least in like ninth, 10th, and stuff, so that you can keep up with what's happening. So that sort of builds a work ethic of like being consistent in studying or working or whatever you do, which is quite important in today's day and age, because people like doing intensive things, like intense things, all-nighters, one night before exam studying, uh, coding hackathons and things like that. But over the long term, it's consistency which is better, because if you do thoda work each day, it adds up much more than one all-nighter. Okay, so these are the three good things about the education system. I truly believe that these are good, because I have been a product of this education system, and I think these qualities which I got are from this education system. Okay, Now let's talk about what needs to change. Firstly is the curriculum. Okay, I really don't care about Hamiltonian operators and Thevenin resistance and all of these things. I really don't care about because I'm never going to use this in my life. I can give it to you in writing. I will never care about Thevenin resistance, Norton equivalent, and all of those things. I will never care about Euler's formula and all of that other stuff. You may argue ki no, if you go into circuit engineering, you'll need this. If you go into this, you'll need this. But I'm not going into that. Okay, I don't want to do that. Let's just say I want to be a software engineer. I will never use physics ka a lot of concepts. Okay, I will never care about Newton's laws, moment of inertia, all of that stuff. Okay, so what should be some of the essential things that school teaches? Well, a personal finance. Everybody needs to know what taxes are. Everybody needs to know how like GST returns and all are filed. I have no clue. I am 18 and I'm pretty sure 90% of people in bits in my college have no clue how GST returns is filed, how tax works and stuff like that. Okay, because we haven't been taught that. It's not in syllabus, it's out of syllabus, we don't care. Okay, another thing is effective communication. There are so many technically skilled people out there who don't have proper communication skills. Okay, I can give you a few examples, but that's kind of bad mouthing and stuff. So yeah, I know a lot of people who are really good, they're really skilled in their whatever they do, but they don't have the right way of getting their point across, right way of showcasing their work and stuff like that. So communication goes a long way in that. Okay, thirdly, another thing that I believe should be in the education system, this is thoda like whatever, is writing. Okay, because whatever happens, the future is going to rely a lot on writing. Okay, when you text someone, you're writing. When you send an email, you're writing. When you just like search for something, you are also writing. Okay, so writing is not just like one-on-one or like searching on something. Writing can also be posting on LinkedIn, posting on Twitter, and other such things. And I believe everyone should start posting on LinkedIn and Twitter. Different video on that coming up. But yeah, I believe writing should be like a big part, not just like grammar, syntax and all of that, but like a lot of other things which cannot be discussed in detail in this video. So yeah, that's it for now. This was sort of a structured rant on the education system because I feel like a lot of stuff has to change and that lies in our hands. We can't rely on the government and other agencies to do everything. We are the young people, we need to do something, take a stand and stuff. That's a plane in the background, yes. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching and I hope I added value.